Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. We want to welcome you to some information that we thought was pertinent given the Board of Education meeting last night. If you are aware, they made a change to our school start date, August 24th. So please be aware that the start of Joplin schools has been moved to August 24th. In addition, you can find our full reentry document on the district's website. You also can find a direct link in the video description of this video that you're watching today. As we think about that reentry document, you will notice if you are choosing the full virtual option for your child, that we would ask you to select a semester at a time. And for fall semester, that deadline for enrollment is going to be next Thursday, August the 6th. So please read through that document and make the family decision of what's best for you and your family. And if you choose virtual, make sure you get that in before the end of the day next Thursday. That's going to help us plan our rosters, both in person as well as virtual. In addition, Dr. Gilbreth, we have a fixed blended schedule for the high school. It's going to be an A-B schedule. So would you like to tell us a little bit about what does that A-B schedule look like?
Sure. So the A-B schedule works this way. If it will be divided by the alphabet. Students whose last name ends in A through K will have an A-day schedule. Students' name who ends in L through Z will have a B-day schedule. And so let's say, for example, that your name is Brad Douglas. That would be an A-day schedule since D is between A and K. So Mr. Douglas, this first week of school, August 24th, he would come Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If his name were Matt Stanley, that would be a B-day schedule since the S is in that second set of alphabet. So that first week of school, Matt Stanley would come to school on Tuesday and Thursday. Then the following week, Matt Stanley would come to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Brad Douglas would come to school Tuesday and Thursday. So in other words, it's every other day. If you are an A-day schedule, your last name ends in A through K, you will come on those A days. If you're a B-day schedule, because your last name begins with L through Z, you would be a B-day. So one week, you'll be at school Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then the following week, you'll be at school Tuesday and Thursday. Now, on your off days, through our learning management system, which is Canvas, students will all be one-to-one at the high school. They will have a new Chromebook, and they will be able to access all of their assignments and all of the work and videos and all kinds of interactions with their teachers on those off days. So they will be expected to work on the off days. So if you're an A-day student, you would still be working on your B days from home on your computer, accessing your Canvas account to get all of that work.
So when a high school student is physically at school, they're in class with their teacher, they're going to be engaged in that lesson. The students who may be home on those days, it's their off day, are they engaged in the same lesson the kids in class are engaged in?
Yes, yes.
So whether they're on site or they're at home, they're receiving the same daily instruction for 5 days. It's just a difference if you're physically present in class or if you're at home present. Yes. Working on your course.
That's exactly correct, yes. And students will have access to their teachers in several different ways. They could email, or there may be some times where they could do a hangout and see those lessons. So their teachers will be accessible to them all the time.
Right.
During the school day.
Right. And the board has full intent. They're going to frequently review our reentry plan continuously. As a district, we have plans as well that we're constantly looking at our plan. Yes. To make sure where do we pivot and where do we shift to in any one direction. So that is also something for Joplin High School at any given point when we are prepared to bring all students back, which is our goal. We would love to have our students all with us.
Absolutely.
Then at that point, it's just a flip of the switch,
yes.
As you mentioned last night.
Absolutely, yeah. Because the thing about the A-Day, B-Day schedule, when kids are at school, they will run their regular first hour through seventh hour breakfast and lunch and all of those things. It will be a normal school day schedule, and they will run all 7 periods in their day. The high school is on a 7-period day, and so every other day they will come to school and run that schedule. And so there have been a couple questions about what about Franklin Tech kids. Well, Franklin Tech kids, since their program is set up that they'll have a half day either in the morning or afternoon, they will come all 5 days to their Franklin Technology classes. As students with IEPs, they will come. They can come every day depending on their IEP.
IEP needs, right?
There have been a couple questions about, so if I'm students of siblings at home, but we have different last names,
Right.
But we rely on transportation to school, or that siblings that live in the same house with a different last name that may fall on an A day, B day schedule, they can come on the same day. And so they just need to touch base with the high school. And if there are extenuating circumstances, please call the high school at any time and set up a meeting, and we can discuss those options.
And enrollment's going to be important. That's across our district. There's a pre-enrollment form on the website for you to go ahead and try to get some of that paperwork out of the way, but then there's also documentation families have to bring in. So if you're new to Joplin schools or you're transferring, there is a process to make sure that we do get you on rosters and we have you on rosters. And that's whether you're virtual or in person. You've got to be fully enrolled as a Joplin student before we can get you plugged into either an in-class roster or a virtual roster. So that's important for families to make sure they complete enrollment if they are new to Joplin. Yeah. And what else might we share with them before we wrap up?
A couple things that you had mentioned, the enrolling in virtual or in the high school or in a school. One thing that's important at the high school, if you're new to the high school, and let's say you're a sophomore, an incoming sophomore, junior, or senior, but you've not been at Joplin High School before, it becomes very important that you enroll live first at the high school. That way the counselors can evaluate your transcript and then evaluate, so what classes might you take in that virtual environment, and then you would be sent on to the virtual administrator to enroll then.
And with our virtual, it's a semester commitment, so that's something we want parents to know. And if you elect that option, you'll get more information, as you go through that process. But it's important to know up front that is a semester commitment. The other thing that you can find in the reentry document is information related to how we're going to handle a variety of situations should your student have an intermittent absence. So we're prepared to handle all of those things and pivot that learning environment. An August 24th start date gives us time to make sure our teachers are prepared and make sure we have all of our PPE equipment in, and we're working on classroom arrangements as we speak across our district. So we appreciate the community's patience and support. We know these are uncharted waters, and we appreciate your guys' willingness to be patient and be flexible as we've kind of navigated this situation. So with that, we are getting ready to get going on school.
Absolutely. And one thing I would like to say, the last thing too, would absolutely, we want to keep all kids safe every day. And so these are the reasons why that we've done the A day, B day schedule, is for social distancing and to make sure that we keep all of our kids safe. The biggest thing that we want, so important to us, is to have all of our Eagles back 5 days a week. So as Ms. Mwangi said, that we'll be evaluating that plan, and the board will be evaluating that plan frequently. And we want to get back to a 5-day schedule as quickly as possible. So please know that is always in our heart, and the first thing that we want to make sure that we're safe, but then also to get back to that as quickly as we possibly can.
We will see them soon, August 24th.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Take care, Eagles. Peace out.